Good morning, everybody. My name is Timothy Cox. This is my interactive advanced concept presentation number 6. For the description today, we are given, excuse me, please don't light yourself on fire for this one. For this experiment, your job is to analyze the reaction that is occurring, as well as what types of bonded structures are being formed. Use the following video as a guide to set up this experiment. Maybe do it in the sink. Okay, so for the instructions, it says that we're going to need a mason jar, which is what we have here. In the video, it told us that we needed to have a hole in the lid. I couldn't find any lids with holes, so I just made my own. We needed hydrogen peroxide, so we've got some hydrogen peroxide here. They suggested ZD, so we got some ZD, and then we would need some yeast. So we have that here. Before I set this up, I'll just go ahead and kind of explain what's going to happen. So we're going to fill this mason jar with peroxide. It doesn't really give us a specific amount, so I'm just going to fill up to what they did in the video, which was like a quarter of the way, and then we'll put the yeast in. Now, hydrogen peroxide is it's H2O2, and basically what's going to happen is the yeast is going to help decompose the hydrogen peroxide and break off that extra oxygen, so that you're going to end up going to H2O plus O. So that pure O2 gas is going to be it's going to help this create the rocket effect. So for this rocket, we're going to be using the cylindrical fuel, which is going to be the ZD, and that's what we're going to burn. And then for the oxidizer, like I said, it's going to have pure O2 gas, which is going to be coming up through the little hole. So it's important that we don't cover it with the ZD. Now, the yeast contains a protein called catalase, which that is going to help break down the hydrogen peroxide into water and pure O2. Besides the pasta, hydrogen peroxide, and yeast, we'll need a few other things, but that's kind of where we're going with this. So let's go ahead and light it up here. So in the video, they said it was really important not to screw the lid on. So we're just gonna set that way to the side so that I don't do that. But we're gonna start here with the hydrogen peroxide. We're gonna fill this up. I'll just kind of put this a little bit lower here so you can see what I'm doing. I need to put the lid on. We'll just fill this sucker up. Okay, so before I put the yeast in, I'm just going to get everything ready because this part has to happen pretty quick. So let's go ahead and grab our ZD here. Let's see, does this actually fit over? Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. We have our lighter here. So the yeast that we're using is just fast-acting yeast. I didn't know if different type of yeast would make a difference. So let's go ahead and pour this in. Now the bubbles that you see forming, that's going to be the pure O2. So So we'll go ahead and cover this here. And in the video, they took theirs and they shook it, so we're just gonna shake it a little. Oh, we exploded through the top. Well, so unfortunately that didn't work. It didn't really give us good ratios with the video, so it just could have been too much yeast for what I was trying to do. But essentially what was supposed to happen is as it bubbles up, those bubbles create the pure O2, and as it passes through the cylinder, as the cylinder is on fire, it will create the rocket effect, and so as the air moves through, it will push it'll push the engine forward. So essentially it's supposed to the engine and everything will be moving down, so really you won't have to hold the top on, but unfortunately we weren't able to find out, so better luck next time.